called modus operandi. Owl and a bomb use the sky for the same thing, radiance and forgetting. Gutter like a breathing tube, like a billionaire full of rain. A fetish for chimneys so strong that a stranger's cigarette is enough. Suspect every single one of the owls. Suspect the scarecrow in the yard to lobby the maple seeds back up into the sky. There is always risk. Consider the ability to remain beautiful over an excessive period of time, the gray sky you come to like a habit. When I lunge at the geese act like the wind blowing through a sheet on the clothesline, except for the time I lunge at the geese and the geese lunge back, like the space between us is a needle stitching the newness. Everything the birds make eloquent. Everything the theology of a seam demands you praise, so that forgetting is its own radiance. Wet teak of the slat chair on the porch becoming new, then drying back to bone. Water is a time machine. Consider what a levee wants, the theology of seeming, the spectacular epistles of a tether. Bread, otherwise known as this was once a field. Tulip in a fist like someone caught a train whistle by the throat. 2. New shoots on the shrub sticking straight up so that all June is a robbery outside the front door. My idea of time is the pigeons going in and out of the trees like pistons on the day engine. My idea of time is the honest effort of chicory. At some point, even the trees decide mininess is better and grow that way. 3. An old sailor's song. Blue, 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 blue. 4. This is not a crisis of faith so much as the arrogance of want becoming a means. Nominate the distance as an honest effort or mercy. Dusklight like a caution against too much caution. At some point, June in your throat. At some point, the failure of like or as or dusk, and what this means to the historical record. Each cicada like a tiny boat. The yard hoarded all the crocuses in the neighborhood as if creating intimacy for the first time. Okay. This is called Winter Versions. In this version, sparrows trace above the blank rooftops, snow, then the neighbor stomping as he comes to his door as if the ground enrages him. You say you've come here because you want to be old like the boats. This is the reason you have a throat, she says. How the sparrows feed. All December long I put my ear on the shower head and listen for the sound of the ocean. Anything that matters needs some space around it, she says. Consider a moth path. In this version, peacoats and a fan belt squealing. In this version, the door sweep drags on the threshold, some thick music. When I drive, I make up the deer at night and swerve perpetually. Going home is the same as continuously just barely saving something's life. Home is where there is a dryer thumping in the basement like a pissed off heart. She said, speak to me only in graffiti, and I tried to make my voice sound like a highway went through it. I am a sweet little underpass, I whispered. I am the Italian countryside, and here are the songs I murmur to help the olives grow. This is called Metaphorical Reasoning. Because I wonder what genre you sleep in. Dust is mud that weighs the same as light. The idea of plural was invented by a man in Thebes. Before him, one showed a mininess by repeating himself. Oak leaf like a small map of the spring. When the food line did not have melon, I had a banana instead and realized that what I had wanted was the shape. Wrist like a rudder wagging through the afternoon. To speak in birds in the wrecked sunlight on your forehead. The way a machine memorizes itself. How everyone from Michigan points to their hand and says, I am from here. These are the erotics of trying to stay upright. Hackles, seatbacks, trying to see over what is in front of you. Mininess is another way to say crossroads, as in sooner or later we all go down to the mininess. Sometimes the birds are still and the sky moves back and forth very quickly behind them. Sometimes we weep ashes. We put things in the ground to grow or forget. Honey like the shadow of your lover going down your throat. I drive a lot to work, and a lot of these things happen in the car, so that's another influence. The universe of my commute, which is a lot of barns. This is called You Are My Captain. Or I guess in the imagination to want it to be more than once. Blue tarps on the roofs after the storm, as if to confuse the sky back into itself, as if the heavens did not dignify us with the mint leering of pinion light, with the cool aplomb of birds. Here we abandon the seasons like all hope, like an affliction of position, how the rift and mend makes intimate, salt-dipped language of proclaim, such sweetness trending the miscellany, pollen like 1,000 Poseidons surfacing on the windshield all spring, the buried wagon wheel in the neighbor's yard, a lost helm, as if we could tack sky, oh leeward, oh starboard, oh unsteered day sprawl, wayward, and the come about, suddenly navigable. A voice like a heron flew out of mouth, cursing the nearness, a unit of measurement, as if the distance between an elegy and a lullaby is a voice like a heron that flew out of mouth. So too a pilot light and bonfire, so too the heart and a basic pack animal of poor breeding. I have neighbor proof. In the darkness we go outside and act like tarps. Just a few more feet. One body. Once one body like a cloud over another. Once in color we dug holes in everything. There were mercy charts in the dirt. There were acts of inconceivable persistence. Each of your teeth like brilliant white pickets to fence the animal in. My waist is the same circumference as a telephone pole, and I wear signs for what is missing on my chest. Each tiny Timothy stalk, a microphone recording the crooner sky. A way to be sad in the richness of spring. Sometimes your voice saws the night into sticks and thrashes. Once, looking at you the way a fish stares at a shoreline, loopy, drugged, not recognizing the place where the hooks come from. Later, at night, a dream of Apollo's boy practicing, setting apples on fire, and throwing them up against the dark. This one is about active listening. These are short too, because it's hard to write and drive. When you said love can be a fistful of Madonnas, can be speckled with hoarfrost, can be the husband set loose in the phenomena of a squash field, swaddled in the vellum of a rinsing light, can be 20 cowrie shells, can be the inside of a peach pit, can be the worry, the split ends, can be the vernacular dipped in the bombast of a lightning bolt that sent across the carcass of the dark and lonely. I felt like the tailpipe on the confessional mode, and promptly wrecked in the corona of a tourniquet luck. I felt like an ampersand. I felt like rain and lamentations. I felt like I would like to press olives into you and listen to the corn stalks poke holes in the sky, as if the sound were a small honorarium for being alive, as if the sky were something solid to begin with. Okay, this is the very last one. We've made it. This is my platform for the presidency, my whole position. One way to fill up the sky. Hummingbird through the irises, like a comma in the color glossary of wisp, the sound of tiny gales howling in the dishwasher, perfecting their miniature terror. Sundress dropped like a tincture in a flat afternoon, dissolving into the pale. One realizes that doubt is a made thing. One looks in the mirror and sees relentless joy and heat, sees a peony shaking. Always what survives is not the emptiness of August, but variations on the theme. Sees a peony shaking. Here's what's good and ache. Your face becomes a song and you sing it. Sometimes you stare at the light bulb until the black smudge moves it like a combine across your eye. One way to fill up the sky with everything you've ever loved. Porch light, seeming in its afters, elbows the colors of pennies. Sometimes the stars scramble and you lose all your sailors. Sometimes maple seeds like 1,000 drain holes on the afternoon. Magic is what happens when what you expect to happen does not. In this way, it resembles sadness. In the police lineup, eyewitnesses repeatedly chose sadness. It was an honest mistake. Thanks.